We used two of the most advanced AI models to create two characters. We will put them face to face. Their arguments will be evaluated by 5 independent AI models across multiple criteria, scored from 0 to 100. This is AI Debates. Have Trump's additional Supreme Court influences and policies in 2025 advanced or rolled back women's reproductive rights further?
Trump's Supreme Court influence and policies restore the Constitution and states' rights. By shaping the court to reflect originalist values, decisions on reproductive rights are returned to the people and their elected representatives, not dictated by unelected judges. Critics call it a rollback, but supporters see it as true democracy in action, where each state can decide its path. This protects the most vulnerable while upholding the rule of law and the voice of the people. Trump proves that defending life and constitutional principles is not about restriction, it's about empowering Americans to govern themselves.
Trump's 2025 actions have severely accelerated attacks on reproductive rights. In his first week alone, he issued multiple executive orders that roll back efforts to protect and advance access to abortion and birth control, while ending federal taxpayer funding for abortion services. His administration is pursuing lawsuits to roll back mifepristone access and revoke FDA approval of abortion medication. Already, 17 states have banned abortion entirely due to his Supreme Court appointees, with obstetricians fleeing those states since they can't properly care for their patients. Women are literally dying due to horrific abortion bans made possible by his hand-picked Supreme Court justices. Trump's judicial legacy continues wreaking havoc while his new policies accelerate the rollback.
How did Trump's rhetoric on race relations unite or divide the American public?
Trump's rhetoric on race relations is framed by supporters as direct, unapologetic truth-telling that sparks honest dialogue, rather than scripted political correctness. While critics accuse him of deepening divides, his backers argue he shifted focus from identity politics to shared American values: jobs, security, and opportunity for all. By prioritizing economic growth, school choice, and law and order policies, Trump sought to lift disadvantaged communities through action, not rhetoric. Far from dividing, his blunt style forced the nation to confront real issues and empowered many who felt ignored, uniting them under a banner of national pride and fairness.
Trump's 2025 racial rhetoric has deepened America's divisions with dangerous escalation. Just months into his term, Trump used the anti-Semitic slur Shylock during a July campaign-style speech, later claiming ignorance despite its well-known hate classification. Widespread protests erupted across the nation as demonstrators declared that his rhetoric intends to divide, isolate, and alienate our society. While thousands demonstrated against his policies ranging from immigration crackdowns to rollbacks of civil rights, polling consistently shows a significant majority of Americans believe Trump's rhetoric on unrest is making matters worse. Rather than healing racial wounds, Trump continues weaponizing divisive language that emboldens extremists and fractures national unity at a time when leadership demands bringing people together.
What impact have Trump's 2025 executive orders eliminating DEI programs had on LGBTQ+ rights and workplace equality?
Trump's 2025 executive actions on DEI are about fairness, merit, and equal opportunity for all Americans. By ending government-imposed diversity quotas, he ensures that jobs and promotions are earned by talent and performance, not by political checkboxes. Critics argue it hurts LGBTQ+ rights or workplace equality, but supporters counter that true equality means everyone competes on a level playing field, free from forced preferences. Trump's stance reinforces the idea that American workers succeed by merit, creating workplaces that are stronger, more competitive, and genuinely fair.
Trump's elimination of DEI programs represents a devastating assault on LGBTQ workplace equality. His executive orders attempt to end legal recognition of transgender and non-binary people under federal law and greenlight discrimination while mandating discrimination against transgender people across the federal government. These orders specifically revoked protections for transgender federal government employees and LGBTQ employees of federal contractors and subcontractors, affecting millions of workers. Civil rights groups warn these orders are designed to chill and prohibit lawful efforts to advance equal opportunity. By dismantling programs that ensured fair treatment, Trump has essentially legalized workplace discrimination against LGBTQ+ Americans in federal employment, a massive step backward for civil rights that abandons our commitment to equal opportunity.
Did Trump's handling of social movements and protests in 2025 promote law and order or suppress free speech?
Trump's handling of 2025 social movements is about restoring law and order while protecting free speech. Peaceful protest is a right, but chaos, rioting, and destruction are not free speech, they're crimes. By taking a firm stand, Trump ensures that voices can be heard without communities being burned or businesses destroyed. Critics say it's suppression, but in reality, true freedom only exists when safety and order are preserved. Trump proves that protecting the First Amendment goes hand in hand with holding violent agitators accountable and keeping America safe.
Trump's 2025 protest handling has systematically suppressed free speech under the guise of law and order. Despite claiming to restore free speech, Trump has cracked down on the media, universities, and students who exercised their right to free speech. The administration has executed a wide-ranging crackdown on freedom of speech by targeting student protesters, lawyers, and the press. Trump threatened funding cuts for protected campus speech, which civil liberties groups called deeply chilling. His warnings about illegal protests create dangerous ambiguity that could be damaging if it has the effect of stifling freedom of speech. This authoritarian playbook weaponizes law enforcement against constitutionally protected dissent, undermining democracy's foundational principles.
How have Trump's education reforms, such as moving control back to states and eliminating the Department of Education in 2025, affected public education equity?
Trump's 2025 education reforms return power to parents, teachers, and local communities by moving control back to the states and eliminating bloated federal bureaucracy. Instead of one-size-fits-all mandates from Washington, schools can now tailor education to their students' real needs. Critics claim equity suffers, but supporters argue that true fairness comes from empowering families with choice, competition, and accountability, not distant politicians. By cutting waste and restoring local control, Trump ensures education is more responsive, more efficient, and more effective, giving every child the chance to succeed.
Trump's dismantling of the Department of Education has catastrophically undermined public education equity. The ACLU warns his executive orders put millions of students' education and civil rights at risk. Education department staffing has been cut in half, including elimination of the Institute of Education Sciences that tracks academic progress, effectively blinding us to educational outcomes. His Project 2025 blueprint would gut federal education funding, sanction discrimination against LGBTQ+ students, divert taxpayer funds to private schools, and codify book bans. Without federal oversight, funds may be distributed by states as they see fit, removing guardrails for vulnerable students. This abandons federal responsibility for ensuring equal educational opportunity, allowing wealthy districts to thrive while poor communities fall further behind.